On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Jihad.
A concept in Islam referring to a struggle or effort, often internal, to uphold or defend the faith, which can be interpreted in different ways, including as a spiritual or political struggle.
Examples:
Jihad of knowledge. Nonviolent jihad. Many scholars argue that the true meaning of jihad is to strive for personal betterment and to defend justice and peace.
Greedy.
Having or showing an intense or insatiable desire for wealth, status, power, or food.
Examples:
Greedy person. Greedy for money. His greedy behavior led him to steal from the company.
Christ.
The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity.
Examples:
Teaching of Christ. Before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Mystical.
Relating to or characterized by spiritual powers, beyond ordinary understanding.
Examples:
Mystical intuition. Mystical belief. While meditating, he had a mystical experience and felt a sense of unity with the universe.
Sanskrit.
An ancient language of India and an important sacred language in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, used as a scholarly and literary language in South Asia for thousands of years.
Examples:
Sanskrit language. Sanskrit literature. Some Indian classical dances and music are based on Sanskrit scriptures and texts.
Ungodly.
Not conforming to religious or moral principles, sinful or wicked, outrageous or excessive.
Examples:
An ungodly amount of rain. Ungodly behavior. The movie's villain was portrayed with an ungodly mixture of cruelty and charm that fascinated and repulsed the audience.
Crusader.
A person who is committed to a cause or campaign that they see as being beneficial or righteous. Historically, a person who took part in the medieval military campaigns to retake the Holy Land from the Muslims.
Examples:
Anti-corruption crusader. A crusader for justice. The history books are full of tales of legendary crusaders who went on epic adventures.
Horrendous.
Causing horror, shock, or a feeling of extreme disgust, extremely unpleasant or terrifying.
Examples:
Horrendous traffic. A horrendous crime. The horrendous storm caused massive flooding in the town and destroyed many houses.
Monstrous.
Extremely large or evil, or having a frightening appearance.
Examples:
A monstrous iceberg. Monstrous behavior. The giant wave was monstrous and destroyed the small boat.
Psychopathic.
Relating to or suffering from a serious, and often undiagnosed, mental disorder with extreme or violent social behavior.
Examples:
High levels of psychopathic traits. Psychopathic issues. He is going to play a psychopathic killer in this movie.
Imam.
A religious leader of the Muslim community, especially the leader of a mosque and a community.
Examples:
Imam of mosque. Spiritual imam. In some Muslim countries, the imam's position is appointed by the government.
Mosque.
A Muslim place of worship that usually has a minaret equals slender tower with balconies.
Examples:
Domed mosque. The sacred mosque. Jumeirah Mosque is one of the most beautiful buildings in the United Arab Emirates.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
Grandchild-grandparent relationship. Grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.
Sermon.
A speech or lecture given by a religious leader, especially a minister or priest, as part of a worship service.
Examples:
Lengthy sermon. A lay sermon. The preacher delivered a powerful sermon on the importance of forgiveness.
Reclaim.
To take back something previously lost, given, or paid, or asked to have it back.
Examples:
Reclaim a competitive position. Reclaim land from the sea. You may be entitled to reclaim some tax.
Congregate.
To come together or gather in a group or assembly. To collect or accumulate in a particular place or area.
Examples:
Congregate at the park. Congregate in a mosque. The protesters plan to congregate in front of the city hall to raise awareness for their cause.
Extremism.
The holding of extreme political or religious views, actions, or beliefs that fall outside of what is considered acceptable, or reasonable.
Examples:
Violent extremism, political extremism. The rise of far-right extremism has sparked concern among many civil rights organizations.
Kidnapping.
The act of taking somebody away illegally and holding them captive.
Examples:
Kidnapping attempt, mass kidnapping. She received a year's imprisonment for aggravated kidnapping.
Debase.
To reduce the quality, value, or esteem of something, often by lowering its moral or ethical standard, to demean or degrade.
Examples:
Debase dignity. Debase the principles of justice. The company's decision to debase its currency led to inflation and economic instability.
Dwindle.
To gradually decrease in size, amount, or strength, to become smaller.
Examples:
Dwindle in importance. Dwindle to almost nothing. The crowds at the festival dwindled as the night went on.
Fanatic.
Characterized by excessive enthusiasm or zeal, displaying irrational or extreme devotion to a cause, ideology, or person, often to the point of intolerance or extremism.
Examples:
Fanatic about germs. Fanatic devotion. The fanatic supporters of the sports team traveled across the country to watch the match.
Doe.
A mature female of mammals of which the male is called a buck, such as a deer or a rabbit.
Examples:
Doe rabbit. Buck and doe. Hunters use a whistle that makes the doe sound to lure stags.
Disengage.
To withdraw or separate oneself from a situation or relationship.
Examples:
Disengage the clutch. Disengage socially. He disengaged from the conversation and walked away.
Inherit.
To receive money, property, or a title from someone after they have died.
Examples:
Inherit estate. Inherit ancestral property. After his death, his sons inherited his business.
Peninsula.
A long piece of land that is almost surrounded by water but is linked to a larger part of the land.
Examples:
The tip of the peninsula. The Arab Peninsula. That peninsula was an essential base for the country's defense.
Haram.
Opposite of halal, a term in Islam that refers to something forbidden or prohibited based on religious or moral grounds.
Examples:
Haram food. Haram activity. The community leaders worked to educate people about haram practices that are not allowed in their faith.
Homage.
A show of respect or honor, often by performing an act of reverence or by paying tribute.
Examples:
Paying homage to tradition. Vassal homage. The crowd gave a standing ovation as a sign of homage to the retiring athlete.
Sectarian.
Relating to a group or faction that is narrowly focused on its own religious, political, or ideological beliefs, often at the expense of others or in opposition to differing viewpoints.
Examples:
Sectarian violence. Sectarian tension. The political campaign descended into a sectarian battle between rival parties.
Aspire.
To have an ambition or a desire to achieve something, typically something high or great.
Examples:
Aspire to greatness. Aspire after perfection. She aspired to become a successful businesswoman.
Instigate.
To initiate, start or incite something, often to cause trouble, conflict, or violence, to urge or stir someone to take a particular action or behavior.
Examples:
Instigate a conflict. Instigate a discussion. The protesters tried to instigate change and promote equality in their community.
Distracted.
Having one's attention diverted or divided, being unable to concentrate because of being preoccupied or worried.
Examples:
Get distracted by an urgent matter. Distracted by a conversation. I was so distracted by my phone that I nearly walked into a lamppost.
Fizz.
To make a hissing or bubbling sound, often accompanied by the release of gas or effervescence. To be lively, exciting, or effervescent in character or atmosphere. Noun, the sound, process, or result of something producing small bubbles.
Examples:
Fizz up after the speech. Fizz with life. The soda began to fizz when I opened the can, spilling over the top and onto my shirt.
Revulsion.
A strong feeling of disgust, loathing, or aversion, an intense reaction that is often triggered by something unpleasant or offensive.
Examples:
Sense of revulsion. Physical revulsion. His revulsion towards the cruel treatment of animals led him to become a vegan.
Condemn.
To express strong disapproval or criticism of something.
Examples:
Condemn violence. Condemn crime. The government was condemned for its handling of the crisis.
Lunatic.
A person who is considered mentally ill, especially one who is extremely irrational or unpredictable, a crazy or foolish person.
Examples:
Raving lunatic. A lone lunatic. The politician's outrageous comments made him appear like a lunatic to his opponents.
Empower.
To give someone the power or authority to do something.
Examples:
Empower my life. Empower the secretary to do the same. The company empowered employees to buy low-price items without approval to achieve efficient purchasing.
Doom.
Death, destruction, or some other terrible situation that cannot be avoided.
Examples:
Economic doom. Prophet of doom. Everyone was aware of the impending doom, but was unable to prevent it.
Sadistic.
Deriving pleasure from inflicting pain, suffering, or humiliation on others, cruel and brutal in a way that causes others to suffer.
Examples:
sadistic pleasure, sadistic behavior. The sadistic character in the movie enjoyed inflicting pain on others for pleasure.
Drown.
To die or cause to die by being unable to breathe underwater.
Examples:
drown in a bath. I was drowned in work. Floods have the potential to drown any subsurface animals easily.
Arabic.
The Semitic language of the Arab people, widely spoken throughout the Middle East and North Africa, of or relating to Arab peoples, culture, or language.
Examples:
Arabic cuisine, Arabic language. I'm studying Arabic calligraphy as part of my art class.
Circumvent.
To go around, avoid, or bypass something, often to achieve an intended goal or objective, to outmaneuver or outsmart a person or obstacle.
Examples:
circumvent rules, circumvent authority. I took a back road to work on time to circumvent the traffic jam.
Hypocrisy.
The practice of engaging in the same behavior or activity for which one criticizes another, or the practice of claiming to have moral standards or beliefs to which one's behavior does not conform.
Examples:
without hypocrisy, self-serving hypocrisy. The commentaries often criticized the government's political hypocrisy.
Conceive.
To have or develop an idea, a plan, etc. in mind, to become pregnant.
Examples:
conceive of an idea, conceive a child. I can't conceive he'd want to harm us.
Far away.
Located at a geographically distant place, remote or separated by distance, distant or not easily accessible.
Examples:
faraway land, faraway dream. The view from the faraway hilltop was breathtakingly beautiful.
Creditor.
A person, company, etc., to whom a debtor owes money.
Examples:
the creditor's claims, bankrupt creditor. I asked the lawyer to initiate creditor negotiations for voluntary liquidation.
Monstrosity.
A thing that is very ugly, shocking, or offensive, something so large or complex that it seems difficult to understand or control.
Examples:
monstrosity of war, monstrosity of nature. The creature's monstrosity in the horror movie shocked the audience.
Rappel.
To descend a steep slope or vertical surface using a rope and a sliding device. To perform a controlled descent using such a device. Noun, the act of descending a cliff or other vertical drop by a double rope coiled around the body and fixed at a higher point.
Examples:
rappel down a cliff, Rappel from a helicopter. The thrill seekers decided to rappel down the sides of mountains.
Reinvent.
To change something so drastically that it looks to be completely new.
Examples:
Reinvent local dishes. Reinvent our life. They have tried to reinvent their grocery stores.
Discredit.
To harm the reputation or credibility of someone or something. To make something appear untrue or unreliable.
Examples:
Discredit a theory. Discredit a witness. The company's unethical practices have discredited its brand image in the eyes of consumers.
Extremist.
A person who holds extreme political or religious views and who is willing to use violent or illegal methods to promote those views.
Examples:
Extremist political views. Radical extremist. The extremist group planned a series of violent attacks to push its agenda.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
Medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Subtlety.
The quality of being subtle.
Examples:
Psychological subtlety. With great subtlety. She examines the document with remarkable subtlety.
Optimism.
A feeling or the belief that good things will happen, or the quality of being full of hope and emphasizing the positive aspects of a situation.
Examples:
Sense of optimism. Political optimism. There is considerable optimism that the economy will recover soon.
Expunge.
To erase, remove, or eliminate, to blot out or destroy, to strike out or delete from a record or registry.
Examples:
Expunge a memory. Expunge a word from a text. The court ordered to expunge the criminal record of the falsely accused individual.
Riddance.
The act or process of getting rid of something or someone undesirable or unwanted, elimination or removal.
Examples:
Good riddance. Sigh of riddance. The city council decided it was time for a thorough riddance of outdated laws.